My crown guest friends and families, the land of the golden crown is currently shaking. Olori, who we all thought had finally embraced peace, has just flipped the table. She isn't just shouting, she is making spiritual claims that could strip Queen Naomi of everything she has. Before we start, I want you to know that we have deep respect for our traditions. To protect the sacred truth of the land of the golden crown, we use fictional names for second people and rituals. If you stay with us, you will understand these names perfectly. A prayer for the star. As we start this journey, let us connect our hearts. May every hand trying to cover your glory be withered. In this season, no man or woman will successfully redirect your blessings to another. Your star will shine, and the light of the Creator will expose every hidden trap set for you. Amen. The air inside the royal palace used to be calm, but today it is vibrating with a tension so heavy it feels like a mountain is about to crumble. My crown guest friends and families, things have fallen apart. The Golden Crown elders did not come to play. They marched into the presence of the Golden King with their staff of authority, and their faces were as hard as granite. They didn't come for greetings, they came for his showdown. They told the Golden King point blank, if you don't find a way to get these women out of this palace, especially Olori, then you are looking at your own downfall. Imagine that. Telling a whole king that his doom is tied to the woman in his bedroom. But why now? Why this sudden wahala? It's because Olori has just dropped a spiritual nuclear bomb. We all remember how she was acting lately, right? She was preaching peace, saying she would stand by Queen Naomi, and even making the public believe they were now sisters. People were even contributing money to support the union. Everyone thought the fire had died down. But while we were sleeping, Olori was calculating. She stood up recently and told the world that her star has been stolen. She didn't say it with tears, she said it with a boldness that froze everyone's blood. She claims that everything Queen Naomi is enjoying today, the favor, the influence, the love of the people, and even her position, was originally meant for her, Olori. She said the Jewels family used a deep dark ritual called the Veil of Destiny to mask her own glory and redirect it to Queen Naomi. The palace went silent. You could hear a pin drop, but the vibration of her words was louder than thunder. She said history has been spiritually manipulated and she is ready to fight. She isn't just talking about a physical fight, she is talking about a legal, traditional, and spiritual war. The Golden Crown elders are terrified. They know that once a woman starts claiming her destiny was swapped, a different kind of war has started. They told the Golden King that Olori is like a snake that has entered the royal bed. You don't ask how it got in, you remove it before it bites you at night. They are running out of patience and they believe that if the Golden King does not act, the throne itself will become vulnerable. The question everyone is whispering now is, how did we move from I love you, my sister, to you stole my destiny in just a few days? Is Olori seeing things in the spirit, or is she just angry about the secret whispers concerning the Golden King's will? My people, the plot is thickening. Now, listen to me carefully, because this is where the suspense starts to wrap around your heart like a cold chain. You see, when Olori opened her mouth to say her star was stolen, she didn't just drop a hint, she dropped a mountain. My people, the palace was already trying to breathe again after the last storm. Everyone thought the peace was real. Queen Naomi was walking with grace and Olori was standing beside her, smiling for the cameras. But behind those smiles, a fire was smoldering that no one saw coming. The big question everyone is asking is how?
How does a woman who stood in public and declared she was on the side of the jewel suddenly turn around and say the jewel is living her life? Olori Shadow didn't just say it was a mistake. She said it was a calculated ritual. She claims the family of Queen Naomi used a veil of destiny to cover her own path so that even the most powerful diviners could not see her true glory. She is saying that the influence, the favor, and the deep love the public has for Queen Naomi was originally written in the book of life for her, Olori Shadow. The tension in the land of the Golden Crown right now is so thick that it feels like walking through deep water. People are confused. When she spoke, she didn't stammer, she didn't look like someone who was guessing or someone who was just angry. She spoke like someone who had seen a vision or been told a secret that changed her entire world. She said, "I am the true main wife of the Golden King and history has been spiritually manipulated." But wait, my crown guests are friends and families. Let's look at the timing. Why now? Why didn't she say this months ago? Some people in the palace are whispering that this isn't about stars or destiny at all. They are pointing to a very sensitive matter, the Golden King's will. You know, normally nobody is supposed to know what is inside the king's will except his lawyer. But in the land of the Golden Crown, walls have ears and even the stones tell stories. There are heavy whispers that the Golden King recently made a will that favors Queen Naomi in a way that cannot be ignored. We are talking about properties. We are talking about authority. We are talking about long-term security. It was clear to everyone who saw the signs that the future of the kingdom was being handed over to Queen Naomi. Some say the Golden King even went to the royal mansion and was speaking in riddles, dropping hints that showed where his heart and his wealth really lie. They say Olori Shadow heard these whispers and realized that if she didn't act now, she would be forgotten in the pages of history. Is this a spiritual revelation or is it a real wahala? The Golden Crown elders are not interested in who is jealous of who. They are looking at the bigger picture. They told the Golden King that Olori Shadow's certainty is the most dangerous part of this whole drama. She isn't behaving like a woman who is confused. She is behaving like a woman who is armed with information. They fear that she's still connected to some dangerous elders from the past, the kind of people who know how to use ritual narratives to destabilize a home. The elders are saying once you accuse someone of stealing what cannot be physically measured, like a star or a destiny, you are calling for a war that never ends. You are gathering sympathy from the public and you are creating camps in the palace. One group will follow Olori Shadow, another group will follow Queen Naomi, and in the middle of that confusion, the throne itself becomes weak. The Golden King is sitting on a chair that is getting hotter by the second. On one side, he has his elders breathing down his neck telling him to act now. On the other side, he has Olori Shadow claiming she has been robbed of her spiritual birthright. And in the middle of it all is Queen Naomi, who has been the picture of grace. My people, the way Olori Shadow is talking, she is ready for a spiritual, legal, and traditional showdown. She said she would prove it. How do you prove a stolen star? How do you prove that a ritual was done years ago to swap a destiny? The land of the Golden Crown is at a breaking point. The piece we saw was just a mask, and now the mask has been ripped off to reveal a face of pure war.
The atmosphere in the land of the Golden Crown has shifted from a light breeze to a whirlwind that is pulling everything from the roots. My people, the drama is no longer just women fighting. It has become a matter of life and death for the throne. The Golden Crown elders are losing their sleep and their patience has finally evaporated. They are looking at the Golden King with eyes that say, "We warned you." You see, the elders revealed something that shocked many in the palace. They didn't just wake up and decide to attack Olori Shadow. They confessed that they had tried to intervene quietly before this spiritual explosion happened. They had met with Olori Shadow in a dark, quiet corner of the palace. They advised her, they begged her, they told her, let go of this idea that something was stolen from you. Let us find a way to make peace. They even offered to mediate and bring reconciliation between her and Queen Naomi. But Olori Shadow,
She looked them in the eyes and said no. She refused every hand of peace they extended. Why? Because she is convinced that she is fighting for her life. To her, this isn't just a palace squabble. It feels like she has been living a lie while someone else is wearing her crown in the spiritual realm. But the elders are smelling a rat. They believe that Olori Shadow is not acting alone. They are saying that some unseen hands are feeding her information, making her promises that will never come to pass, and pushing her to the edge of a cliff. They fear that she is working with people who want to see the land of the golden crown in total chaos. My people, imagine being a king and your own elders are telling you that your palace is being coordinated by outsiders who want to use your wife to bring you down. The drama gets even deeper. The elders mentioned a name, Yanifa. Now, Yanifa had mentioned that there are ways to handle these heavy spiritual matters, but that certain things must align. They were talking about November. But the Golden Crown elders are shouting, November is too far. They are telling the Golden King that there are other options Yanifa mentioned. Options that might be cumbersome or difficult, but they would ensure that these women leave the palace immediately. They are scared because Olori Shadow's claim of a stolen star is the kind of fire that spreads and burns everything. In our culture, when you tell the public that your destiny was swapped through a ritual, you are calling for a spiritual investigation that can last for years. You are telling the world that the king is sleeping with a thief, referring to the jewel, or that the king himself is a spiritual scam. This is why the elders are vibrating. They know that if the public starts to believe Olori Shadow, the respect for the throne will vanish. The most troubling part for everyone is how Olori Shadow is standing her ground. Usually, when elders face a woman in the palace, she might shake or reconsider, but Olori Shadow is acting like she has already seen the end of the movie. She is claiming that the very position Queen Naomi holds, the love the people have for her, and even the way the king looks at her are all redirected blessings. Can you imagine the pain and the confusion in the heart of the Golden King? He is looking at Queen Naomi, the woman the world loves, and then he is looking at Olori Shadow, the woman who says she has been robbed of her soul. The elders are telling him that the more you leave these women here, the more the problems will continue. The palace has started breathing again after the last storm, but this new fire will burn the whole house down. They are warning him that he is taking a massive risk. Allowing Olori Shadow to stay inside the palace while she is publicly questioning the destiny of the throne is like keeping a lit match inside a room full of petrol. My crown guest friends and families, the suspense is gripping. Will the Golden King take the cumbersome path to remove them now, or will he wait for the alignment in November while the palace continues to shake?
My people, the Golden Crown elders have reached their limits. They told the Golden King straight to his face that his mercy is becoming his weakness. They are worried because Olori Shadow's words are not just falling on the floor. They are flying into the streets and the people are starting to talk. The elders are screaming that enough is enough. They believe that every day Olori Shadow remains within the palace walls while making these heavy spiritual claims, the spiritual security of the throne is being compromised. They are pushing the Golden King to take those cumbersome options mentioned by Yanifa. They don't want to wait for November. They believe that waiting is a luxury the kingdom cannot afford. They told him the longer you leave these women to battle in your backyard, the more the foundation of your fathers will crack. But what is the Golden King to do? On one hand, he has the law and the tradition. And on the other, he has a woman who was once his closest companion, making claims that touch the very soul of their union. Olori Shadow is not backing down. She is insisting that she has the proof and she is ready to show the world that she is the true owner of the star. The suspense is killing everyone. If she has proof, what is it? And if she doesn't, why is she so confident? The elders fear that this is how empires fall, from the inside.
They are begging the Golden King to choose his peace over his feelings before it is too late. The land of the Golden Crown is currently at a crossroads, and the next move the king makes will determine if the palace remains a place of glory or a theater of war. The whispers say the Golden King is torn, looking at Queen Naomi's quiet strength and Olori Shadow's loud accusations, wondering where the truth truly lies. Now, my crown gist friends and families, it is very important that we handle this with wisdom. Please remember that all the information we have discussed today is based on reports and whispers making the rounds on social media. These are rumors and alleged claims. Nothing has been officially verified by the palace office or the Golden King himself. We are sharing the gist as it is being told in the digital streets. So please do not take these as solid facts yet. We are all waiting to see the truth come to light as the sun rises over the palace. Thank you so much for staying with me through this intense journey. You guys are the best. Please don't forget to like this video, share it with your friend, and if you haven't subscribed yet, join the family now.